Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Arkansas State Red Wolves offense will get the first swing of the game. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all wrong.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of afterburners coming. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Red Wolves want to move quickly.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Off the RPO, complete. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. It'll be a draw. Powers through the defender. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. They missed that 56-yard field goal, and now they'll pay for it by giving up good field position at the 39. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the back. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll see if they can find some running room.
Dude,
on the right.
block.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the
You have
carry.
to be freaking kidding me.
Blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Potts. Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end, can catch the football and make big plays.
It's complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The give to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it, Jesse. What do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tar Heel. Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Wants to throw on first down. Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowls.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. And the Red Wolves will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another day.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll bring it back. It's Spears. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Red Wolves headed quickly to the line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly.
That's a pick.
Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. They want to throw it. Quickly to the tight end.
It's literally do not drop.
There, moved it forward just a few. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass.
Oh. Mess my ankles up.
Got it in the middle. It's Walters.
That's a good
Ripping
fight.
through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Red Wolves are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. The quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown,
That's so much
Arkansas State.
All of a sudden,
He
he
would
goes
not
super
be
saiyan.
denied.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
2 times.
On to attempt to try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Running to the left. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll keep it on the ground. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Potts. Steps away. Lets it fly. Makes the grab.
Good catch.
They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. He leaves it with his back. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
He'll try the left side. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. The snap sets up to throw. And the ball comes out.
What the hell ever, dude?
How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? He's at the 10. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
That's a start time. I got this. Now it's just a start. That's a start.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Leaves it with the running back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. The Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry up. To the air, it's Potts. Got his man in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the shotgun,
nobody blocks.
And they did not
That's
let
not
him
the blocking
reach the line
scheme.
again. It'll bring up a decision here. And the Tar Heels
Oh,
decide
shoot.
to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the
Oh, look out! Touchdown, Red Wolves! Reeled it in and just made the house call. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you get hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick.
It's not a
You go down,
7-point
score, All
game.
of a sudden, your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. The sweet
Dude,
feet
he didn't
keep the
even-
play alive. Just couldn't find
They
an
literally
open
hit
man to
him
get
all
rid
the
of
way
it.
down the
That'll be
field.
second down.
Don't even let him run his
Just by
route.
the defense there in coverage, they took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Throws for the tight end. It's complete. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Plows through the defense. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Looking for a man. It's Potts. A little screen to the running back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina! And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What is this defense?
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They'll give it to the back. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at the 13. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Red Wolves will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Dropping back, it's Potts. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He's looking for a man on second down. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone. The Tar Heels will hustle to the line. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's right on target.
That's a great play call there, guys. I love it. Listen, they didn't get the first down, but this QB sneak on the very next play is going to get it, and this drive's going to keep going.
And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. And the Tar Heels get enough to move the chains. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Going up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like...
Unleashes one deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Oh, and the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And it's right down the boulevard. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Red Wolves will kick it away to start the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement.
No way, he just lets him go. You just open your gap. Scot-free. Come on in the house.
This bowl game, because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Potts.
Oh, I thought he could thread it.
Intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Wow, I thought he could thread it.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field. Ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Quickly out to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Red Wolves want to crank the tempo. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the tight end.
That should have been a fumble.
That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Touchdown, Arkansas State! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels.
I said I can't believe that. It's still like rush hour, too.
They finally get him stopped, but
no, I'm fucking through Nashville.
Front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon in every single team.
I know they gave you half a tank, right? Wasn't it half a tank?
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on
What the deal?
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. They make the stop of this running game.
Where'd you go to the rental car place at?
First down. This offense needs to avoid getting in
you go all the way up there?
getting domed up with its play calling in the red zone.
Yeah.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Tar Heels racing to the... And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UNC! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He's got his man. He's in there with a 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This offense has a second down play.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely...
Why are you over here?
Defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call.
Yeah, you got to be... I should be holding.
He got enough for the
what are they calling?
before sliding, but there is a marker on the field. It might be
oh, my
back.
God. That's
so the offense more than happy with the result of the play. Will decline the penalty. They say success rate picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He's going to take off. Good, solid tackle. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Red Wolves will punt it away on 4th down. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Running back searching for a hole. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The Tar Heels moving quickly to the line. Quarterback checking the play. Back to throw, it's Potts. Finds the tight end. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
On the option. He'll toss it. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I don't understand how they do that crap. I don't know.
3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. To the ground to try to pick up the first. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Tar Heels have their offense in high gear.
Offensively, and are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
They'll ride the hot hand. Shakes off the defender.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas State is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Now the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around.
Oh, that should have been a fumble.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Caught over the middle. It's Combs. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Comes out throwing on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go.
Why are you standing there watching him catch the ball?
Him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Working that left side now. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Red Wolves are in the hurry-up. Shotgun snap on 3rd down.
That is out
They
there.
really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Red Wolves send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Hauls it in, looking for space. Slips through the line. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The give to the right. Nice move to stay on his feet. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to run for it. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Red Wolves have it with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing, we got to go fast, but we also got to get first down. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got
Oh, whatever, dude.
Oh, look out, there he goes.
That's so much bull
gain
crap.
on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Red Wolves are rolling down the field.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
There's no way he's alive.
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Here's the snap, looking to throw.
Look at him, wouldn't even move.
And he will score! Touchdown, Red Wolves! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Obvious thinking here. Get the two-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. He's looking to pass. He gets it in for the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Running to the left.
Come on, man. Block.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his play list. And he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
past the 45. All kinds of running room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Good block. Good block.
Smashes through the tackle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Second and goal for this offense. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UNC!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
46, Arkansas State, 36.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Setting up the screen. Runs through the tackle. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws to the wideout.
Why do you stand there? Break on the ball.
Drag the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver can get it. The Red Wolves come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it again. They're trying to get to him.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Complete to the right. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They've got the screen set up. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Got out of trouble and throws. Got the quick pass. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. He's looking for an open man on second down. He works his way all the way down to the 3.
It's
and
not
the
happening,
defense is
broski.
reeling. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble.
Oh, you ain't
They
passing it.
stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights. It's good.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and try his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.